beautiful South Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today we get the season started with an AFC East tilt right off the bat between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Ultra.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and that's good for a Miami first down. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it second down.
Here we go, set.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun, getting this out to the flat. Mostert. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
97.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. He's at the 30.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
They run with a 4th-year man. This is Damian Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris, 25 yards to the house. And the Patriots are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point up and good by Folk. And it's now a 7-0 game. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From his end zone, Wilson. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick, and the Pats are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Tackle made there by Eric Rowe.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Patriots lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Folk connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From his end zone, Wilson. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Running the counter with Mostert. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate. Jonnu Smith was a part of the Patriots' huge free agency push in 2021, but only 1 touchdown in his first season with the Patriots. With the way the franchise loves to use tight ends, I think that number is going to increase in year 2. Here, he picks up a first down with a nice catch.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Credit Melvin Ingram, able to get into the backfield and make the stop.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Jones throw there, taken in by Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation.
Jones hit and the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there forcing incompletion.
On second down, Mostert. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Jones on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here. They could really put them in command. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now on 2nd and 13. Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 59 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
2nd and 8 coming up. Now Jones. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction. And that means it's...
And the pressure gets to him again. Bradley Chubb in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 77 yards. And the Dolphins are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make our score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. A nice stick and stop for a loss there from Jalen Phillips. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic. I think at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Watch out for Hill on the return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to pass. Tua. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And throw right side complete to Parker. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 82 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On second down, this is Harris. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Bradley Chubb. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Volk's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Rolling to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
31 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They're going for it. This is Harris. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Elsewhere, a third quarter score from NRG Stadium in Houston. And scoring yet again, the Colts extend that lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now a quick throw out wide to Myers. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Harris going to get it again on second down. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today. But this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game. Even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And he's got his target, Harris. Touchdown. Damian Harris with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Patriots are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
Come on, set.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
5, 97. Set.
They run the toss here to Wilson. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this all the way down to the Patriots' 21-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries of the ballgame. The ultimate speedster showing that speed at in front of this home crowd. They love it.
Made me stand up on that run because right now all I want to do is wave to the crowd. More noise, more noise. You got to reward him for that one. A big-time monster run.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Set, hut.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Off of play action. Tagovailoa rolling to his right. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Matthew Judon in there to take him down.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they take a knee. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Patriots, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road day next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.
I got some true stories to tell. You're back outside.